hell, guys, do you get a Birkin or a Kelly from the store? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you enjoy shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. You'll really love it. I am so excited because I have the weekend off and I can finally crack down and make some videos. So yeah guys, sorry I've been a bit off the radar. I have been super busy. But today I thought I would talk about tips on how to buy a Birkin or Kelly in the store. Now guys, I have never had the opportunity to buy a Birkin or a Kelly in the store, but I feel like this is the talk of the internet at the moment. I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched Purse on Fleek's video about how she really struggled to recently obtain a Kelly or Birkin from the boutique, and it's quite sad. She's really upset that she was not able to get one, and basically HR reached out to her and said that she was abusive or some crazy thing like that anyway. But then I've also seen videos like, you know, I guess Karen Britchick, she scored a Kelly by just walking into the store, and then there's people like Erica's Girly World who she got to do a special order Birkin in pink. So how the hell, guys, do you get a Birkin or a Kelly from the store? Well, let's be realistic. Someone like me is probably not going to get one from the boutique, and I'm going to explain to you today maybe, you know, more realistic expectations on whether you think, well, whether you'll probably be able to get one. So guys, it really depends what country you live in. Now, if you live in a country where, I mean, you might be in Europe or New York or something, you might have a better chance of getting a Birkin or Kelly here. I know especially during COVID, there was less tourists to buy these bags, so there were more Birkins and Kellys that locals could buy. So I found a lot of people on the internet were having success with, you know, getting one from the boutique by just walking in, which is quite crazy. But you know, places like Australia are actually receiving less stock because of COVID, so a lot of people are finding they're having more difficulty in getting bags in countries like Australia. So there's that, and also places like Australia would get less stock and have less stores than places like America. So it really depends what country you live in, whether, you know, you're more likely to get a Birkin or Kelly from the boutique. Now, if you are some sort of doctor or professor, if you are royalty, or, you know, someone who comes from an extremely wealthy family, you know, you are more likely to be offered a Birkin or Kelly. And why is that, guys? Because Hermes really wants people who are, you know, professional, you know, CEOs, bosses to be wearing their bags. Now, if you are just some random person like me who has a YouTube channel, or, you know, is a stay-at-home mom, or like, you know, doesn't have a job or something, I don't know. That's very like, you know, nothing wrong with being that, guys, but usually I think Hermes would probably want to offer their bags to elite people, and that's because they are an elite brand. So you are less likely to be offered a bag if you were just some random with no job. So anyway, there's that. Secondly, if you really want to get a Birkin or Kelly from the boutique, you need to respect the sales associate's time. So if you, I guess, go into a boutique, get the contact of a sales associate, email them, they don't email you back, it means, you know, the relationship is not going to work out. Sales associates are there to make money, guys. They are not there voluntarily. People work to make money. So if you, for example, do, you know, find a great sales associate and you message them, may I come in at, say, for example, 11:30 on Friday, and then they're like, yes, sure, excellent, anything you're after. Oh yes, I would love I don't know, a card holder or whatever, a scarf. Great, let me see if that's available, blah blah blah. See you at 11:30. If you then message them at, you know, 11, sorry Karen, I can't come in today, or actually I can't come in at 11:30, can I come in at 12:30 instead? That is being a difficult client. And why is that? I mean, that doesn't seem like that bad, but think about it, guys. These sales associates have lunch breaks, and most of the time they are starving because they get to work, they might have not eaten breakfast, they might have just had a coffee, and their appointments are scheduled around well, their lunch breaks are scheduled around their appointments. So if you're screwing them around with, you know, being late or not showing up or whatever, you're being a little bit difficult to work with, and they're less likely going to, you know, go over the top for you or try and get a bag for you because you're not really considering the sales associate. So I know that, you know, with luxury retail, it's all about, you know, caring for the client and give, you know, a luxury experience. But when it comes to Hermes, guys, you really need to consider your sales associate and how they may be feeling and if they actually enjoy working with you. Because if you are being someone who is not, you know, arriving to an appointment on time, or if you're kind of showing up to appointments and then, you know, spending a lot of time with them and they're not buying anything, that is also wasting their time basically. So firstly, show up to the appointment on time. Always buy something if you have made an appointment. Obviously, you don't have to buy something if you don't want a Birkin or Kelly. It doesn't really matter. But if you want the sales associate to try and find you a Birkin or Kelly, you need to buy something every time you have an appointment. Yeah, and basically treat the sales associate like a person. Don't be too demanding. Don't text them every day because that is giving them more work and more things to read. Keep your messages short and sweet. They are not a catalog. They're not going to remember everything that you ask them for. So if, you know, keep it simple. You know, say, I want a Kelly 25. Don't care about color. You're more likely to get a Kelly 25 if you are more open to different colors and that sort of thing. Don't be too specific. Don't ask for things that are out of season, and understand what is possible for you. Also, guys, you're more likely to get a Kelly or Birkin if you ask for a bigger size, like a 32 or 40, because, you know, less people ask for those. So if you don't care about size, definitely say you're open to any size, and that will give you a higher chance of scoring one. Now, also, guys, I would not try and bribe your sales associate with gifts or anything like that, because actually it's like a conflict of interest kind of thing. So if you give your sales associate like something worth over like $300 or something, you know, it's kind of making them feel like you're bribing them to get them a bag. And also, guys, they're not allowed to keep gifts, so they're going to have to give that to their manager anyway, and it's kind of like a waste of time. If you want to buy your sales associate a coffee, that's fine. If you want to buy them, I don't know, a box of cookies, that doesn't matter. That's also nice. But don't do it, you know, as a way to kiss their butt so they'll get you a bag. Do it because you care about them and they might be hungry and you're just giving them some little food because you care about them kind of thing. Don't do it to, you know, kind of, you know, I don't know, want something back from them, because they can sense that and it makes them feel uncomfortable. So don't do that either. Always go in with a giving heart as opposed to a taking. You know, don't be like a parasite. Don't suck the life out of them, because it is not easy working in retail and they have so many clients they have to deal with every day. So just try and be an easy client to work with, and they most likely will enjoy working with you and enjoy offering you bags because they like that you care about them, basically. Also, guys, understand the seasonal colors and don't ask for a color that is not in season. You're just not going to get it. So if you ask for, say, I don't know, rose sakura, I want a rose sakura bag, you know, that might not be possible because that might not be a season. That's probably a seasonal color, so you're probably not going to be able to get that. So try and have an understanding of, you know, the colors coming in and what is possible for you. Also, guys, no matter how nice you are to your sales associate or whatever, it always comes down to the managers. So if, you know, the sales associate wants to give you a bag, they actually have to go to the manager and ask for approval first, and they will look at your profile. So if your profile is showing, you know, you've bought, you know, a card holder and shoes, you're very unlikely to get, you know, the approval to be offered that bag, because you will have a little bit more of a chance if you buy from many categories. So if you buy from, you know, homewares, ready to wear, shoes, definitely fine jewelry, guys. And yeah, you're more likely going to have a better chance. Doesn't even matter how much you spend. If you show that you're buying in each category, kind of shows that you really enjoy the brand Hermes and that, you are just kind of exploring the different categories, and you're not in it to resell the products, you're in it because you just like the brand, and that Hermes want to reward people who actually like the brand. Also, guys, don't go into Hermes and spend all your money and then cry if you don't get offered a bag, because that is not how you get a bag. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you definitely have to spend, but you don't, it doesn't mean, there is no equation to if you spend this amount, that means you've unlocked the bag. That it doesn't work like that. It definitely comes down to if the sales associate enjoys working with you, if the manager is going to approve the bag being given to you, and if you have potential as a client to spend more money in the future. If you're someone who maybe, you're just in it to get the bag and not come back, then they're less likely going to want to try and, I guess, fight for you to get the bag, because they have other clients who will actually continue to shop and, I guess, just throw down so much money because they enjoy Hermes. So you have to understand what country you live in. In some countries, it is very competitive, guys, and you're up against, as I said, CEOs, people who own, $1 million apartments, they own shopping centers even, like, they're bosses, right? Like, their money is no object to them. So you're up against these people who will lay down, in one transaction, $30,000, $40,000, and you have to understand that, guys. And if you're in a country that doesn't get much stock, obviously these clients are going to be prioritized over someone who is, just going to spend a little bit here and there. So I'm not saying it is impossible to get a bag from Hermes. Obviously it is not. If you're not a millionaire, you can definitely get one, but you need to be, I guess, easy to work with. And also, if you really want to get a Birkin or Kelly, guys, just get one secondhand. There are so many consignment stores that sell them. And I wouldn't go into Hermes, spending a lot of money on random categories, expecting to get a bag from it, because it's not always the case. So if you go to Hermes and buy things that you just want to buy, you might, like I have actually recently bought some shoes from Hermes because I wanted to buy them, and I'll show you them to you guys later. But that's because I liked them. I wasn't buying them because I was trying to build up my profile, because I know that is not going to make any difference, guys. A pair of shoes is nothing. And when you see, people trying to, accumulate a lot of items and that sort of thing, they're like, okay, I'm going to get offered a bag soon. Like, it's just an unrealistic expectation. In some countries that may be the case, but I know, somewhere in Australia it is really competitive. So anyway, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that gave you some sort of, hope or, closure onto maybe how it works. And I think if you really just want to get a Birkin or Kelly like next week, just get one secondhand. There's a lot of vintage options as well where you can get them, close to retail. And I think, your mental health and, time is also as valuable as money. So if you have to pay a slight premium, I honestly think that it's worth doing instead of stressing over whether you're going to get offered one from the store, because no one has time for that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and what are your thoughts on this subject? I'd love to know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.